Okay, we are taking a look at Havana Darkness.
Havana Darkness.
Now, this world premiered at Popcorn Frights Film Festival. We had the honor of being there, so we were the very first people to see this. Let's find out what we thought.
So this is a spoiler-filled review of Havana Darkness, and if you haven't seen the movie, then go check it out.
Alright, you're here, you've seen it somehow. Anyways, so we're on the same page. Basically, a guy obsessed with Ernest Hemingway is given a mysterious manuscript leading him to Havana, where he goes into a building and boom, it breaks down from there. Alright, it is likes time, so serve it up. What do you got?
Well, I like the masks that they were wearing, those three people that were trying to kill him.
They were trying to kill him. Okay, yes.
Those masks, I want one.
Okay, yes. Cool masks.
Let me know where I can get one, Dante. You should look it up.
I know these things. Not exactly a sort of big picture idea, but just something.
No, that was it. That was the only thing I liked.
Okay, all right, well, and that's fair. I mean, that's what you like. That's what you like. One of the things that I did actually enjoy about this was that one of my pet sorry, boy, tongue-tied today. One of my pet peeves is, and you're familiar with this, people go into some sort of big-ass house, and then they're stalked, and it's always like, well, why don't they just get out? You know, you got 100 windows, you've got doors, there's always a way out. But in this movie, they did a good job of making their ability to get out very limited. There wasn't a lot of windows. Every door was kind of controlled. They were being, you know, corralled and herded into a certain way and basically into the basement. So they did a real good job, I thought.
That's a good like.
That's a good what?
That's a good like. I like that too. That's another thing. That was a good like.
All right, like it is. All right, it is dislikes time, and we have to have a little bit of asterisks in front of this. So, because it was the world premiere, something occurred that I reluctantly would put down as a dislike, and that is to say that some of the scenes were in Spanish, and then English, without any subtitles whatsoever. Now, I sincerely hope that this is because it was the world premiere and it was a screw up. If this was intentional and it's supposed to be some sort of cross-cultural thing, then it's an utter failure and a real big dislike because you're alienating half your audience one way or the other. So fingers crossed that you know, it was just a mess up there. So with that being said, I'll let you start things off. If you had anything, your likes weren't exactly a long list.
I hate the interaction between the characters. I hate how they were just, I don't know, they were like friendly, and then like when it got close to the end, when they wanted to go into the house, or he wanted to go into the house, the girl was like, oh, I want to go home, you're acting stupid. Right,
well, okay, so
it was bad acting.
Well, I don't know if it's bad acting or bad writing, or if it's just the way that normal people are, from the standpoint that, you know, very, very self-centered in what they were.
Yeah, that's what she was.
And especially her, even though she's supposed to be the heroine, which is also a big mistake. What a lot of this, I fear, may boil down to is, in fact, the cultural difference. So one of the things that I dislike, that, again, I have to realize it's different sensibility. Obviously, when you watch a horror movie from Japan, or a horror movie from France, or a movie from, you know, the Eastern European countries, you expect a certain different sensibility, a different set of priorities of what they place the emphasis on. So having the first, you know, post-embargo horror movie out of Cuba, we don't know what the sensibility is. And so what happened in this movie, I felt, was a focus on trying to get us to like these characters. And obviously it failed, because they weren't likable characters. At least likable to us, because we're not normal. But, you know, they had the entire subplot with him proposing, and, you know, and then they do horrible things to them at the end. And, you know, obviously there is the very well-known axiom that, you know, if we are emotionally invested in the character, we will care a lot more when something bad happens to them. No problem with that. I just feel that it was lopsided. Like, especially with the American audience, we want to get to the killing.
Yeah.
And when we do get to the killing, you know, we like to have a lot of it, and it wasn't too much because obviously this was a small production. 3 people,
Right,
3
yeah.
killers, 3 people avoiding them, and then 1 or 2, superfluous ones. So I don't know if you would say it was a dislike necessarily, but it was definitely a different sensibility that didn't translate well for me. But then at the end of the day, as far as I was concerned, the failure was in the likes. I said it was all nice and you couldn't get out, right?
Right.
And then at the end of the movie, she gets out pretty easy after she kills the guy. Now, you could make the argument that she explored the house and had time and found blah, 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 but it wasn't presented, and I get that that's for, expediency with the plot. You're chomping at the bit.
No,
Jump
keep
in.
Go, keep going, keep going.
No, that was it.
Okay, so another dislike was the supposed thought was gonna be a nice torture scene where she was tied up and then he looked like he was gonna torture her, all the instruments and everything, but she got free.
Okay, so
easily.
Here's the deal.
He didn't even, he had a freaking song. He should just went like,
Okay, so I think you gotta be honest on this one. That we are perhaps not the best audience for this. Because, in all honesty, if this was shown to the popcorn munchers, they would probably cheer when she got up and fought back. Let's be honest. They did? I think I was zoned out at that point. Okay, so they did. So, yes. So the popcorn munchers we
and
saw.
then they cheered when she kicked him in the balls.
Of course, yes. The old ball kick, always a good standby there. So, again, our dislikes may have more to do with our sensibilities and the difference of the filmmaking, but they do stand because, again, we're the ones watching it. All right, it is Pinhead time.
Pinhead.
So, yes, my man. Fire it up, girl.
0.
Whoa! But that was quick.
Yeah.
You're just going 0 pinheads. Nothing redeeming whatsoever.
No.
Wow.
It was pretty bad.
Okay, alright, and that's fair. I mean, your opinion is your opinion. I'm going to be a little forgiving from the cultural standpoint. I don't believe that this is something that people should necessarily run away from. I think going in, you have to know that this is not probably what you're going to be expecting. So I'm going to give it 1 pinhead. It certainly wasn't bad, it wasn't horrible. There was nothing overtly wrong with it, except for, obviously the things we mentioned. So, your 0, my 1, and makes this a half a Pinhead movie. Alright, so if you guys have seen Havana Darkness, please let us know in the comment section below.
What you thought.
What you thought, obviously. We may have been wrong. We could have totally missed the boat on this one. So let us know. Plus, subscribe to the channel and like the video.